I'd like to thank you for all being present at my recurring anxiety dream. Not the one where I'm naked during PE, but the one where I have to be funny in very tight time constraints, at the risk of being, if you'll forgive the phrase, literally tromboned off. Just to give you an idea of the kind of person you're dealing with here, because we need to get to know each other quite quickly. The other day I accidentally put my hands in the bin in a public bathroom because I thought it was a Dyson Airblade, so that's where I am. And perhaps even more damningly than that, I watch quite a lot of daytime TV. I like Judge Judy. I like watching grown adults tell other grown adults off, platonically. And I like watching it because it makes me feel safe. It makes me feel happy that I'm sitting on my sofa and not being grilled in that courtroom, where they say things like, if you're telling the truth, you don't need to have a good memory. A horrible thing to say. If you're telling the truth, you don't need to have a good memory. I don't remember the beginning of this sentence. I'm hoping by the time I reach a natural pause in conversation, it's at least grammatically correct. And it's not because I'm lying, it's just because, like any self-respecting stand-up comedian, I have ADHD. And that stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. A gross misnomer, if you ask me. I do not have a deficit of attention, I have a whole ton of attention. It's just that holding on to that attention and directing it where I mean to direct it is a bit like holding on to quite a large armful of weasels, or a normal size armful of quite large weasels. Or if you like one of those water snake toys from the 90s, you remember those that are designed to slip out of your hands? Yeah, they looked a bit like a fleshlight for beginners. I use that image, the water snake, not the fleshlight, because one of the things that my attention likes to focus on is ridiculous retro tat. Like things from the 80s and 90s that have no business at all existing. And so, in the spirit of that, and some might say unwisely, I've decided to end this 5-minute set with a brief presentation on the subject of 80s and 90s young adult paperbacks. Okay, she's going rogue, but in a characteristically administrative kind of way. Here we are, there's my little folder there. There we go. Oh, sorry, that way up. There we are. I separated these books into 3 categories. The first category is the teenage life is very interesting category, usually exemplified by the Sweet Valley High series, where teenage life is extraordinarily interesting and fraught with peril. We have things like hostage, kidnapped, we have kidnapped by the cult, and a little change of pace, in love with a prince, followed by a date with a werewolf. The next category is something's gone wrong, but I'm not sure what it is. We've got, is my sister dying? We've got, this doesn't help with my time limit. Is Chelsea going blind? And what's wrong with Daddy? And finally, the well-known Mrs. or entering my slut era genre of children's books, sorry. We have 2 boys too many. We have 10 boys, some like 10 boys, I've had 10 boys in my life. We have Never Say No. The next one I might be misinterpreting, I don't know, but it's called BJ on Her Own. And the last one's a bit of a cheat because it's actually a young adult Dutch thriller. And the Dutch word I think, the Dutch word I think means fear of death, but it's called doodspan, which I think is quite nice. And there you go, that's all I've got. Fine, do it, I'm done.